Greetings all. My name is Avue Ao, an advanced diploma in civil engineering student at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, CPUT, in Cape Town, South Africa. As part of the syllabus for construction materials and technology, under the supervision of Ms. Rodriguez, we were given as a group project to investigate green buildings and green engineering new technologies in South Africa and internationally. But unfortunately, for me in my case, as much as it was supposed to be a group project, most of my group members, they pulled out, they were complaining that they were full-time employed, so they could not keep the balance between school work and their work obligations. So at the time when they pulled out, it was a bit late for me to actually find a group member because most of the other students were already committed in their own groups. So I had to go do my project on my own, my research project on my own. This project composes of a poster, a PowerPoint presentation, and the video presentation as part of a 30% mark for the finals. For the purpose of this project, I will be focusing on the Sandbag houses construction, which was done in Freedom Park, Mitchells Plain in Cape Town, South Africa. This project was done in 2009. Before I go into the project, and then I'll go into more details about that project, I will start with the small note. This is a quote from Joshua Baker, that the most environmental friendly product is the one you didn't buy, which is what the Sandbag houses makes use of. It makes use of the product or the materials that is not nobody bought it, so it's basically free of charge. Makes use of a river sand. Then I'll look at what is the green building and green materials. A green building is a material that makes use of construction materials that has a low environmental impact. By low environmental impact, I mean it has a low possible contribution to noise pollution, air pollution, water pollution, and it has a low impact in waste generation. Because all in all, as a country, we're running out of space for landfills. And we want to be a green engineering country. We want to go zero waste. So we try to minimize waste as much as we can as a country. So a green engineering building, it should be a building that is classified that it has a very minimum or up to a zero waste impact to limit the impact that it will have on the landfills. It must be a sustainable development that uses less water consumption, that has low water consumption, and that optimizes energy efficiency. So it means it uses very limited energy, because unfortunately the reality is the electricity that we use basically in the country it comes from non-renewable resources. So the more we limit the energy usage, the better. And in green engineering building and green engineering materials must be a building that limits and protect the utilization of natural resources. A green engineering building which is eco-friendly. By eco-friendly, we mean it has less contribution to carbon dioxide emissions and other greenhouse gases, which could lead to effects of global warming and other human health diseases such as cancer and so forth and so forth. Why is sandbag construction classified as a green building? Sandbag houses are classified as green building. Basically, why? Because sandbag houses, it make use of river sand, which is a renewable material. It makes use of a renewable material because it makes use of a river sand, which is available on site. It means there's less transportation. It's not has to be transported from a borrow pit to site. It is available on site. So there's no need for transportation, which will lead to effects of traffic like fumes and other carbon dioxide and so forth, nitrogen and other harmful gases. Sandbag houses, they provide buildings that have a thermal efficient, that are thermally efficient. It means that it provides houses that when it's in summer, they are cool, but when it is winter, they are warm. So it's basically, it provides that are socially beneficial because now it provides an improved living standard. Obviously, we live in a city like Cape Town, which has a huge urban population. And as a result, there's a limited space or limited land that could be used for development. Even so, there's also budget constraints. Obviously, the country as well is not doing well due to other various things that are happening around the world, like the pandemic has caused a lot of financial difficulties. So this makes a very important one. This makes this sustainable development a very important one because now it makes use of those houses that are thermal, they're easy to build, cost effective, and it makes use of material that is available inside, no transport needed. It reduces the water demand. So because the country is facing drought, so we need to minimize the water usage. So it minimizes the water usage as well. The energy, the electricity used during the construction is very minimum, so it uses less energy. It provides houses that are safe against natural disasters such as floods and so forth. These houses are easy to build. It's just a simple foundation with a stack up of bags, and it makes use of the labor that is available on site. You don't need skilled labor to have this. It makes use of compacted sandbags. So actually it uses just the local labor to fill in the bags with sand. And then it's just compacted using a small timber that is a bit heavier to compact. But this may be dependent on the density of the sand that is available on site. So that's just the basic, that is the only technical aspect that needs to be taken into consideration, just the density that is for the sand, in order to determine the level of compaction that is needed. These houses are safe, they last longer. These houses, sandbag houses, in Freedom Park in Mitchell's Plain, it's just made up of eco beam, timber frame, river sand, geofabric sandbags, and wall finishing plaster. So basically the only material that you need to buy, it will be plastering sand and cement. In conclusion, I would say this sandbag construction is the future of sustainable development because it meets the high demand for houses. This is crucial because it also encourages the spirit of Ubuntu within or amongst other people. It helps to improve the living standard. It minimizes